Good evening, I'm Sarah Sapsanama. Let's begin with the top stories of the hour. A case filed against 17 individuals, including Gitendra Babu GB Rai, for embezzling funds of Sahara cooperatives. Pressure mounts on bringing Congress leader Gurung, among others, into jurisdiction. Dengue spreads in all districts except Humla at the lack of coordination among 3 tiers of the government. 12,000 infections reported in the past 8 months. Israel targets southern Lebanon with fresh airstrikes, increasing fears of a full-blown conflict after Lebanon suffered its deadliest day in decades that saw 558 killed. And Bagmati defeats Sankata in the Anfa Women's League. Departmental team Tribhuvan Army defeats Walling Municipality 8-0 with Chandra Bhandari's hat-trick. A case has been filed at the Chitwan District Court against 17 individuals, including Gitendra Babu GB Rai, for embezzling funds of Sahara Cooperatives Chitwan. The case was filed by District Government Attorney's Office today based on the investigation report prepared by the District Police Office. According to Superintendent of Police Bhavesh Rimal, the case was filed with available evidences considering the statute of limitation, as investigation could be lengthy. Although the case was filed, no arrests, however, have been made so far. One of the 17 defendants, Kumar Ramtel, is already in jail, from whom the district police has taken statements. 11 others are absconding, 3 are in jail and 3 are absent. The district government attorney's office has meanwhile directed the district police for additional investigation and eventually a supplemental report. The Chitwan police have also been directed to investigate the whereabouts of 470 million rupees of Gorkha Media's account at Global IME Bank. Victims say Sahara Cooperative has yet to return more than 376 million rupees. The cooperative had 6,334 depositors and a deposit of 523 plus million rupees. The government has begun implementing the report prepared by the Special Parliamentary Probe Committee on Cooperatives case. Following the directive from the Ministry of Home Affairs, Gorkha Media Group's the then Vice Chair Chabilal Joshi was arrested. However, the government has yet to bring the report into full implementation.
Parliamentary Probe Committee of Cooperatives fraud case investigated on 40 cooperatives, concluding that 87 billion rupees of depositors had been mishandled. It recommended for legal actions against all those involved in the embezzlement. The District Police Office Kaski this week arrested former DIG and board member of Gorkha Media Network, Chabilal Joshi, based on the report that states Joshi had received 20 million rupees from Surya Darshan Cooperative. Joshi's arrest also marked the beginning of implementation of the committee report, which the government says is the preliminary phase of the implementation. Arrests and investigation on others said to be involved in the embezzlements are expected to take place in the days to come. However, there are concerns if that would happen, as one of those involved in Nepali Congress, Vice President Dhanraj Gurung. Gurung's wife Jyoti has also been alleged of mishandling 120 million rupees of Miteri cooperatives of Lalitpur. The cooperative's chairperson, Kumbaraj Gurung, while giving statement to the committee, had suspected Jyoti Gurung had used 120 million rupees of the cooperative to invest in bitcoins. He also shared that leader Dhanraj Gurung had expressed commitment of solving the issue. Some leaders from the ruling side themselves say Gurung should be investigated.
Dhanraj ji ko case ma फौजदारी मुद्दा लाग्ला रे हैन त फौजदारी मुद्दा लाग्दाखेरि Dhanraj ji लाई लाग्छ कि Dhanraj ji को वाइफ लाई लाग्ने हो मेरो हिसाबले त वाइफ लाई लाग्नु पर्ने हो मेरो हिसाबले हैन अब वहाँ एज ए नेपाली कांग्रेसको सभापति उपसभापति तपाईको सांसदको हिसाबले जिम्मेवारी लिनुपर्छ त्यो सब कुरा आफ्नो ठाउँमा म त्यो डिफेन्ड गरे हैन उहाँलाई कसैले गलत काम गरेको छ भने त्यो सजायको भागी हुनुपर्छ त्यसमा एक्स वाइ जेड जो सुकै भए पर्नु पर्यो नि त माने त्यसमा डाउट भएन अगाडि बढ्नु पर्यो हैन तर अब जस्ट बिकज कि उहाँ नेपाली कांग्रेसको त्यसकारण पर्न हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा हैन.
Apart from the much talk of transfer of cooperatives fund to Gorkha Media, the Parliamentary Probe Committee has also concluded that cooperatives funds had also been transferred to other private entities. Victims are hopeful of receiving their savings, but at the same time question on the fairness of the government.
Minister for Foreign Affairs Arju Rana has appealed to the international community to support Nepal in its efforts for the safe release of Bipin Joshi, a Nepali national who has been held hostage by Hamas. At a ministerial-level meeting of the Non-Aligned Movement in New York, Minister Rana called on the global community to support the release of Bipin Joshi, who was taken hostage by Hamas following their October 7 attack last year on Israel, which had claimed the lives of 10 Nepali nationals. The minister highlighted that there had been wars and violent activities worldwide on various pretexts and called for a collective effort to ensure world peace. She also stated that the principles adopted in Geneva Convention for the protection of citizens are being ignored and that it should change and everyone should get to coexist peacefully. Minister Rana also requested the international community to find solution to conflicts between Israel and Palestine and Russia and Ukraine, among others. And in this context, in our Public Voice segment, today we've asked in several provinces what should be done by the government for the release of Bipin Joshi. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रालय स्तरीय संवाद गरेर त्यहाँको नजिकको राजदूतावाससँग समन्वय गरेर यसको लागि चाहिँ पहल गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था देखिन्छ।
इजरायल र अब अर्को लडाकु चाहिँ अपोजिटसित मध्यस्थ गर्न सक्ने देशलाई चाहिँ अगाडि बढाएर चाहिँ रिहाई गर्न गरे राम्रो।
नेपाल सरकारले इजरायल सरकारसँग अनि त्यो कूटनीतिक पहल गरेर उलाई निकाल्न सकिन्छ।
मानव अधिकारका देखि लिएर हरेक कुराहरुमा ठाउँ-ठाउँमा लिएर मुद्दाहरु उठाएर ल्याउने पहल चाहिँ गर्नुपर्छ।
परराष्ट्र मन्त्रीले नै चासो राखेर पहल गर्नु पर्यो। सरकारले चाहिँ अब उले कसरी छुटाउने त्यो पहल गरिदिनु पर्यो।
बिपिन जोशीको रिहाईका लागि अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय समुदायलाई आग्रह गर्यो।
हमाससँग कतारी सम्बन्ध अलि राम्रो भएको हुनाले तिनीहरुलाई सम्बन्ध सुधार गरेर र त्यसलाई बढी भन्दा बढी कूटनीतिक प्रयोगबाट
इजरायल, कतार, दुबई लगायत इरान, इराक जस्ता देशहरुसँग समन्वय गरेको खण्डमा चाहिँ हामीले बिपिन जोशीलाई चाहिँ रिहाई गर्न सक्छौं।
उनीहरुसँग सिधै वार्ता गर्नुपर्छ।
It is time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Poll.
But before today's question, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's poll. Yesterday we asked you, what's your take on the absence of a covered hall for volleyball, which is the country's national sport? 72% voted for option A, government's apathy, 18% for B, lack of investment, and 10% for C, piling pressure could help. Here's today's question. What's your take on the fluctuations seen in the share market? Your options are A, influence of big players, B, feeble monitoring, and C, fluctuations are natural. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. Israel targeted southern Lebanon with fresh airstrikes today, increasing fears of a full-blown conflict after Lebanon suffered its deadliest day in decades. Israel's military said that it targeted dozens Hezbollah targets in the southern Lebanon by fighter jets, adding that it also fired a rocket launcher in these areas. No casualties have been reported yet. Israel's military said it hit dozens of Hezbollah targets overnight, which continued today as well, a day after carrying out strikes against the armed group, which Lebanese authorities said killed at least 558 people and sent tens of thousands in fact, fleeing for safety. We'll take a short break here. More news coming up. Time now for sports update.
Sports news.
Bagmati Youth Club have kept their hopes alive of progressing into the Super League of Enfa Women's League by defeating Sankata. In the last match of the group stage, Bagmati defeated Sankata 3-1 and could progress based on the results of other teams. The first half of the match, held in Enfa complex in Sadobato, ended in goalless draw. Bagmati took the lead in the 68th minute through Gifty Achempong. 9 minutes later, she scored a brace, doubling Bagmati's lead. Sankata reduced the deficit to 2-1 in the 83rd minute through Timi Lope Jennifer's goal. However, captain Dibya Yasmali Magar lost the chance to equalize as she failed to convert a penalty in the injury time. Instead, Pushpa Kumari Khadka scored towards the end of the match to seal the match at 3-1 for Bagmati. Bagmati have climbed to the 6th position with 10 points. Sankata are in the 7th with 8 points. In the first match earlier in the day, departmental team Tribhuvan Army defeated Walling 8-0 as Chandra Bhandari scored a hat-trick. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good night.